Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I am not happy today. The Inghams are back in the UK, but that's not why I'm not happy. You know, the smell just hit us as soon as they crossed that border. But why I'm not happy is because of the actions of these two morons, and we're going to get right into why exactly that is today in a few short seconds. Christmas time brings Christmas merch to the Raccoon store. Brand new Christmas designs are here for you, and you can get them in any shape, colour, design, different products, all outstanding designs designed by my good self. And if you would like to purchase one of these fantastic designs on one of these fantastic products, please click the link in the description box below. Support the channel, it's so much appreciated. Thank you all so much. Back to the video. So these two morons decided to put up a video, a vlog if you will, and the thumbnail was medical emergency, right? And the picture on the thumbnail was absolutely disgusting. Worse than they've done for a very, very long time. But should we be surprised? Because they have spent their past 10 years nearly doing this exact same thing to all the other kids. Now it's Mila's turn. Obviously, Mila had many turns when she was a bit younger, and she had her hip problem, right? But now she's been put on the thumbnail with the biggest swollen lip that I've seen for a long time, right? I'm not going to put it on here because it's not right. If you've seen it, you've seen it, and I don't see why you wouldn't be able to see it. It's all over their socials, including Facebook, right? Facebook, they put up a message before the vlog, and they said, here's Mila, you know, don't you look bad? Go and watch our vlog at 5 PM to find out what happened. Sarah, why not say what happened on the post? If you're going to post her, don't use her as fucking clickbait. Well, you know, look who we're talking about, you know. So it was absolutely disgusting. So they put up a 9-minute video because, you know, they didn't have time to do anything else, and they needed to talk about it. They needed to exploit Mila even more than she's already been exploited.
So you're probably all expecting a really fun arriving home from Dubai vlog. What are the surprises that everybody was greeted with, etc, etc.
Not gonna lie, Sarah, I was really excited to see what these surprises were. I was expecting the funnest, most amazing, incrediblest vlog in the world. I was so excited. I wanted to see what it was that, you know, after yesterday's cliffhanger, you know, I was so excited and I was so disappointed.
Fortunately, that is not going to happen. Instead, you're greeted with me sat on the floor, probably looking half dead.
No, Sarah, don't put yourself down. You look absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely ravenous, some might say. You look better than usual. I seen a picture of you recently, and it was horrendous. Horrendous. In fact, I might just post that here now because, you know, why not? We're all friends here, aren't we? We're all friends. We all want the same thing. We want to have fun, and, you know, posting shocking pictures of each other, that's just all part of the fun, isn't it? You post swollen pictures of Mila, I post swollen pictures of you, right?
Oh, we've had a hell of a 24 hours, and it wasn't possible, unfortunately, for Chris to finish. It's pretty much finished, but there were a few clips that needed adding to that vlog on my phone, and he didn't have access to them because I was at the hospital last night with Mila. So instead of no vlog going up today, because the last thing we want to do is irritate people, and I am truly, truly sorry that there's no vlog going up today. I know it's so annoying when some people say, like, you know, they give teasers to something and say tomorrow, and then it's not. I know that's really frustrating. So first off, I am sorry. I know most of you will understand.
I understand, Sarah. I understand every single thing that you say. You'd rather spend time at the hospital with your daughter than spend time with us. Alright? That's what you're saying to me. I'm not accepting that. I understand exactly where you're coming from, and I don't like it. Alright? You should be here with us. Alright? Your real family, not those like props that you have.
This is completely out of our control, and there was nothing we could do about it.
You know, the worst thing about this is that they're gonna vlog the day it happens as well, so they're gonna exploit this situation twice now, because she says that she just needed to put a vlog up because they didn't have anything else prepared, and people don't understand, and they want the vlog, they need the daily dose of Inghams, otherwise they will explode. But in reality, it's because they need to put out a vlog for money, right? And also Sarah wants to tell the world about what's happening with her kids, because why not? You know, their kids, our kids, IFAM kids, you know, it's all one, isn't it? And we all need to know, we're all part of the same family.
Instead of not putting a vlog up today, I thought I'd just sit down and do a really quick story time to tell you guys what's happened, what happened and what's been going on and why the vlog's not up. That vlog will be up though tomorrow. So last night we had some friends round. They came round to spend some time with us and have dinner with us, and we got a Chinese. Mila had chicken balls, what she always has, rice, black bean sauce, and salt and pepper chips.
My first question would be, why are you giving your 4-year-old Chinese? Why? Chinese are delicious. I love it. Like, my very favourite type of food. But one thing that I would never do is give a 4-year-old Chinese, because it's not good for them. It's full of sugar and it's full of badness, right? And that's not something that a 4-year-old needs inside them at all. But to hear she has chicken balls, she has black bean sauce, and she has salt and pepper chips and all sorts. My God. My God.
I'm absolutely shattered. I keep muddling my words up, so apologies if I say anything muddled up. And then she always has that, she loves it, and she ate that, and that was all fine. And then everything else was just kind of left out on the table, because after we'd finished eating, we were just chatting. We gave them some presents that we'd got them, and we were all just, you know, chatting and things. And then they got up to leave a couple of hours later. It was now like, I don't know, 11 p.m, something like that. And as we were saying like goodbye, we're like, come on now, it's time to get everyone to bed. Mila went back over to the table and she was eating some rice.
11 p.m, she was eating rice. She should be in bed by then. A lot longer, a lot sooner, but before then, obviously. But she should not be eating dinner at 11 p.m.
And some tiramisu that our friends had brought over. And she was eating some rice and things. And then I went upstairs to Des, I'm just going to go and pop my pyjamas on. And she was like, all right. And then Esme come up like 2 seconds later, literally like 2 seconds later, and she said, Mum, is Mila's lip swelling? I think her lips got fat. Has she knocked it? And Mila was like, no, I haven't knocked it. And I kid you not, I looked at her and her lip was ballooning in front of my eyes. Like, it was swelling so big. And I was like, what the heck? What's going on?
And was it at that point you decided to whip out the camera, did you? It was such a medical emergency, guys, that they pulled out the camera, took a picture of her at multiple angles just to get the perfect shot ready for the thumbnail. Pose, Mila, you know, with that swollen lip of yours, pose. You know, we've got to get the thumbnail for tomorrow's vlog, all right? And then they post it all over social media, on the Facebook as well. And yeah, that was the most important part, the most important thing on your mind at that particular time, was it?
There, Chris had already started packing up the van and things, because we are going to Disney.
You're going to Disney already? You've only just got back home? What have you got? Ants in your pants or something? Fucking hell, just sit down for a second. Alright? Calm down and sit down.
As most of you know. So I shouted him up. I was like, what's going on here with Mila's lip? And then she started coming out in big hives on the back of her neck. So we instantly knew that she was having some sort of allergic reaction to something, but we couldn't work out what it could be at first, because like she'd had the same food that she's had loads of times. And I know that you can just have random allergic reactions, or you can eat something that you've eaten loads of times before, especially in children, and then suddenly you can have an allergic reaction. Like, I know that's a thing, but yeah, I was just super confused. But then I realised, and this has not been confirmed, but this is just what I think, that we'd had some satay sauce, and we don't ever have satay sauce. But I got some satay sauce, and she said that she had some of the yellow sauce mixed in with her rice. And she said, so she'd said that there was some yellow sauce in the rice, and I think that's what it was. That's just my opinion, that's what I think it was. It's not the rice, it's not gonna be the tiramisu. She'd had the rice earlier in the evening, and she's had it millions of times before. But she's never had the satay sauce before, and obviously that's made with peanuts. I don't think she's got an allergy to peanuts, because she has had peanuts before, but obviously I'll be very mindful giving her those in future. But obviously from Chinese takeaways and things, they had all sorts of like sesame oils and things like that, and that was a very oily satay sauce. Like, in fact, it was quite yellow, thick yellow at the bottom, and then a thick layer of like orange oil on the top. So I personally think that's what it was. Anyway, I rushed her to hospital because at first I was like, I wasn't even sure before I saw the hives on her neck if she hadn't been like hit or something. And at first I was a little bit like, you know, I don't know if I was just like trying to be calm for everybody else, but I was really calm about it. Like, oh, you know, it's fine. And she was absolutely fine. Like, obviously the first thing I checked was the torch down her throat, her tongue, making sure that wasn't swollen. Asked if she felt funny, was she breathing fine. I asked her to jump up and down 10 times just to make sure she was, you know, she could breathe and everything was fine. And she was totally fine, but there was no way I could not take her to hospital. So we jumped in the car, went to hospital. Oh, guys, I didn't get home until after 5 a.m.
Oh, poor Sarah. She had no sleep, guys. She had no sleep. Her poor child was in distress. But Sarah, she didn't get home till 5 a.m. She needed some sleep. She wanted her sleep, guys. She needed her sleep.
I was in there like 6 hours. Oh my gosh. So I'll insert a couple of pictures of Mila's lips now. So when I got to hospital, they basically just checked her obs, like checked her oxygen levels. They didn't just put the thing on her finger and then just leave it for like 2 minutes like they usually do. She had that on for like 20 minutes, maybe even more. Obviously just checking that it was stable.
What amazes me though is that Sarah actually took a picture of Mila while she was lying there on the hospital bed and then posted that to Facebook. Do you not see how exploitative that is and inappropriate? Your child is in distress, and the only thing you want to do is let everybody else know and show Mila in her worst, most distressed state.
Over a period of time, which it was. And then I just was so low. Thankfully we were in a little room on our own, because that's how it is in paediatric care, at our hospital anyway. So we didn't have to sit out with the crowds, which was nice. And the doctor wasn't, he just said he's not sure what it could be, but he gave us some antihistamines. The neck hives went down pretty quickly. They went down even before she got the antihistamine, but her lips are still swollen today, so that's taking quite some time to go down, but the doctor said that's normal and fine. They said that it did freak me out a little bit. Like, he was like, she can go home, it's fine, but I'm not comfortable with her leaving without some antihistamine, so I'm going to go and get some of that from the ward, the children's ward, because they've run out in A&E. And oh my gosh, another story in that in a second. But first of all, he was like, how far do you live from the hospital? Are you within 20 minutes? And I was like, yeah. I was like, it is like probably like 20 minutes. Is that fine? He's like, okay. Because in cases like this, it can like get better and then rapidly decline again. So you need to be keeping an eye on her overnight. I'm like, overnight? There's no night left. It's like 5 a.m. You're talking about?
Oh, poor Sarah. Can everybody say poor Sarah? Oh, that's such a shame, isn't it? It's no more overnight left. Night's time's gone. It's been and gone, guys. She can't go to sleep, can she? She can't sleep. Sarah Ingham, she needs her sleep. God bless her.
But, yeah, so then he said that we were getting the antihistamine from the children's ward. an hour and 10 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes I waited for this antihistamine from the children's ward because I ran out in A&E. They brought it down and I was like, do you have it? And he's like, oh yeah, they've just brought it down, but unfortunately they've brought me down an open bottle, so I can't give you that. So they've just gone back to get a new one. I'm like, I'm not waiting an hour and 10 minutes. I'll go to the ward myself and pick it up. And he's like, no, don't worry, they won't be that long.
Oh, I can quite imagine Sarah storming into that children's ward like Miss Trunchbull and demanding her rights. I want those antihistamines now. I want them now. I'm not waiting any second longer. Give me them. And they're like, oh, please don't hurt us. And the little kids are like cowering under their bed sheets. Oh, the scary woman is here demanding antihistamines. And then Sarah storms off having won her prize.
Oh, so about another 15 minutes later, me and Mila are running across the car park at blistering winds, jumping in the car, getting back home. Now, obviously, I could not go to sleep after he said, like, it can get rapidly worse again. I didn't think it would. Like, she was absolutely fine in herself. She was breathing normally and everything, and there were no warning signs. There were no things that made me a bit nervous. But obviously, with your child's lip swelling like that, you're not going to just go get in your own bed and go to sleep. So,
really? Is that so? Because I seem to remember a certain incident when Jace had that massive eye issue, the infection in his eye that was really bad, and he was like in distress through the night, and you're like just tucked him in and went back to sleep, didn't you? You didn't get up until about midday or something. And by that time, Jace was in a lot of distress. Do you remember that actually happening? Something similar to that anyway.
I got Mila back. We set up one of Aurora's baby camera things so that I could watch her from my room, because there's no bed in my bedroom for her to sleep on, and there's no bed in her, and she sleeps in the high bed with Jace. They like to share the same bed now, apparently. But she sleeps in it with Jace, so even if I was in her room, I'd be on the floor, I wouldn't be able to see her. So I set up the camera, I climbed into bed at like 6 a.m.
Was there any reason why she couldn't sleep in your bed with you? Is that not a thing in your family? No? Like, you know, when kids are sick, they climb into bed with their parents. Can she not sleep with you and then you could keep an eye on her? That's probably what I would do, to be fair.
And then, what time did I kick you out? 7? I was like, just go check her, because the camera wasn't cutting it for me. I was like, just go check her. Obviously it's an audio one as well as a visual one, but I was still, and Chris went and checked on her, and she was fine, she was totally fine, yeah. And she is fine this morning, but yeah, that's why there's no vlog. So I wasn't here. Chris had to, I had clips on my phone that Chris couldn't insert in the vlog, so that's why that vlog's not. It's been a long day, guys. It's not been a long day because it's early morning this morning, but it's been a long day yesterday. And it's so funny, and you'll see this when I end the vlog on yesterday's vlog. I literally said, guys, I can't cope with how tired I am tonight. Like, I feel shattered. I'm so excited, and I actually ended the vlog in bed. I was like, I'm so excited. I'm cuddling down into bed now, and I'm gonna have the best night's sleep. Good night. And then Mila walked in, and I was like, obviously getting her checked out was a priority.
Yeah, I'm not quite getting those vibes from you, actually, Sarah. You know, is that a priority? Getting your child checked out to make sure that she wasn't going to die? Is that a priority for you? Oh, she's the best parent, isn't she?
Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. We hope you all have a lovely day today, and obviously understand why that video is not going up, but it will definitely be up at 5 p.m. tomorrow, and we've got some very, very, very exciting vlogs coming up for you guys this week, so we'll see you back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. Good night, guys.
So just to clarify, what I do on this channel is trying to end exploitation of the kids, right? And it's a lot of times it comes across as general hate towards families. I don't hate the families, I just dislike the parents who use their kids for money and for pimping out purposes. So that's what I do here. Now, this particular video that they put out, and not just the video, over on all the social medias too, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting beyond disgusting. They have crossed so many lines during the course of their lives on YouTube, but this is just one of those that I can't accept as being a thing. You know, to put your child, her image of being in distress and put it out there for the world to see, it's disgusting. I thought we were beyond this, Chris. Clearly not. So just in case you are one of those people, because I read on her Facebook all the comments underneath these pictures of Mila, and everyone would say, oh, I hope Mila gets better soon, oh, poor wee petal, and things like that, right? Which is nice, I'm not saying you shouldn't wish her well, but what you're doing is you're looking at a child who did not consent to have her picture out there of her face swelling up and being used for content. And you are just there in the comments saying, oh, how, you're just, nobody's calling it out. You are perpetuating the issue, and you need to take a long, hard look at yourself. That's exactly what you're doing. You can say all you like that I'm hating on a lovely family, right? The lovely part is debatable, but even if that's your opinion, I'm not the one that's perpetuating the exploitation of the children, right? So think about it and do better. So if you have appreciated this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, take care of yourselves and bye-bye.